Hello everyone. Today I want to talk about some myths in coin collecting and online coins and numismatics in general. So we're going to go through a list of myths that I wrote down and I'm going to discuss them with you. So stay tuned. My name is Daniel and you are watching Coin Help You. I am a coin dealer. I am co-owner of Portsmouth Coin and Currency Company in Portsmouth, Ohio. I've been into coins all my life, and these videos are my perspective on coin collecting, coin collectors, and numismatics in general. You know, another thing I want to add is that some of these are really not myths, but more like misconceptions. So I'm kind of interchangeably using the words, but just to kind of cover both bases, because some of this stuff could be chalked up to misconceptions, but some of these are also myths that get passed around. So I just wanted to kind of clear things on that. Now, the first myth that I want to cover is not so much a myth that's going around. It just seems to be an impression that people have, especially people who are not from the United States. And this is what it is. YouTubers make videos about coins so you can comment on the coins that you have and ask them to buy it or call you. False. I don't personally create these videos to buy your coins, especially not US common date pocket change. I buy from people who can walk into my shop, or I buy from people who are in the United States. You know, I just want to let you know, you can post your coins, you can post your dates, you can post your number. I'm not buying coins like that. So, thanks but no thanks. We'll go to myth number 2. People who sell coins online know about coins. That is false. You know, just because I put coins up and I start selling them for whatever I want and however I want, doesn't mean I know about coins. Okay? I know how to take a picture and I know how to start an account and then I know how to upload and put a description, but I don't know about coins. It doesn't mean I do. I've proved this time and time again. Etsy, LetGo, WhatsApp, Facebook, eBay, you name it, people are selling coins that don't know about coins or don't know enough and really shouldn't be selling the coins. Another misconception that I hear a lot from people who walk into the shop who've inherited some coins, my grandpa, I quote here, this is kind of paraphrasing, collected coins for decades. I mean, he has coins all the way back and he has this, you know, letter stuff marked on them, the values, and he has descriptions written on the holders, and you know that's got to be true. I mean, my grandpa was smart; he knew what he was doing. Okay, you can insert uncle, dad, mother, grandma, aunt, anything that you want. Okay, brother, sister, best friend. Just because they collected coins for years does not mean that they knew what we know now about coins, especially when it comes to errors. Time and again, I have seen holders come into the shop that were marked inappropriately or had values on it that were marked by somebody else that they bought them from. They never even marked them themselves. So it suffices to say it's best to ignore whatever's written on a holder for a raw coin. And also if the coin's not in a reputable grading holder. Sometimes even that you have to kind of ignore. Because you want to look at that coin and judge that coin by what it is and not by what's around the coin. People who buy coins from places like Home Shopping Network and Coin Vault are idiots. False. I get so sick and tired of hearing that from people. You're not an idiot because you bought something and overpaid for it. I bought something at the coin show last Sunday and overpaid for it. I'm not an idiot. Okay, things happen. Sometimes you misjudge something. Sometimes you don't look at something close enough. Everybody makes mistakes. Okay, you take an elderly person sitting in their rocking chair or on their couch and they're homebound, or they don't know nothing about the internet and they happen to see an ad and they think this person's trusting and he's filling them full of this, you know, garbage, and they get their credit card out and they call them and they think, you know, I'm gonna get this and leave it to my grandkids. That person is not an idiot. You know, I have talked to so many people that brought in tens of thousands of dollars in receipts with coins that are only worth a few thousand. And their boxes and their fancy boxes that they sell, and their coins that are common and basically worth face value. That person's not an idiot. Okay, and I'm about to delete all the comments that people keep putting that on there. Okay, you can be had anytime. Okay, we've all been a part of being had. You know, another misconception is that people think that all double dies are the same value or are extremely valuable. False. All double dies have a little bit of value above what a normal non-double die coin would be, but there's only a few double dies that are really valuable. And it's very important to identify with die markers and matching the coin, your coin, to actual double die images or an actual double die, maybe if you see it in hand or at a coin show, to help you make sure you have the exact double die that's been cataloged, that's worth the most money. All coin dealers are shysters, okay? Well, let me tell you this, they're not. There are shysters in every business. I don't care, you go to a car lot, a used car lot, you go to any business, you're going to find someone who's a shyster, okay? You've got to pick and choose. Someone makes you feel uncomfortable, get away from it. If they outright lie to you, get away from them. Don't do deals with them. Don't judge all by a few, okay? Because every business has that issue, all right? It's not just coin dealerships. You know, coin dealers are more likely to cutthroat each other if they're in a tight, close area together as a businesses than they are someone walking in their shop. They want your coins, they want your business. And I know this for a fact. I know a lot of coin dealers. There's all kinds of unsearched bags and estate lots on eBay, and I'm going to take a chance because I think that maybe they made a mistake or they're actually honest. False. No one can guarantee that all these unsearched lots on eBay are actually unsearched. Even I can't guarantee you 100% that the rolls that I have are unsearched. And I don't do that. I can say I never searched them and they appear to be bank wrapped to me. You know, I just don't think that it's appropriate to tell people that I guarantee these are 100% unsearched and sell them, or to put enroll coins, or to claim it's an estate sale when it's just, you know, obviously calling anybody's estate an estate or house or whatever they left as an estate. It doesn't make it worth more, it doesn't make it more rare, it shouldn't make it more attractive. In other words, that's what my point is here. I do business differently. The US Mint is going to end minting the Lincoln cent in 2020. False. Watch my last video. The United States Mint can't stop minting the cent until Congress passes legislation saying that they're going to end the cent. And there's no legislation for that. So that is definitely false. A double die is a double struck coin or a misprint. False. There's no such thing as a misprint. Coins aren't printed. The other thing is that a double strike is a coin that's actually struck more than once by the die and kind of rotated into the coining chamber. A double die is actually a coin that was struck with a die that was already doubled. So there is a distinct difference. I do have some videos that you can watch on that to kind of help you discern the difference. But it is most certainly a double strike or a misprint is not a double die. Counterfeiters do not counterfeit common coins. That is false. They counterfeit common coins because they know most people think that, and you're not going to look at your common coins. You'll pass off little quarters and dimes and nickels and all that stuff and not even think about it being counterfeit. You wouldn't consider that. Same thing with common date silver coins. They will counterfeit them. I've got some counterfeits of them. So you always want to look at everything. So it's easy if someone's selling you $1,000 in quarters or dimes, not saying they would do this to you, but it wouldn't take very many counterfeits of the common stuff to actually add up. So you always got to watch for that. You always want to make sure you know what your counterfeits look like, because they will counterfeit common date coins. I promise. And the last one here kind of hits home. It's a very complicated subject. But a lot of people think coin collecting is just for old people. No new people come into coin collecting. That's false. Granted, the youth are not into it like the older people are, or us older people. But they are into it in a different way, and will probably grow into it, because whenever I was 18, 19, 20 years old, I wasn't into coins. But I grew up in the business. I just wasn't interested. You know, it just wasn't my thing. I had other things on my mind. I was going to college and girlfriends and cars and all that kind of stuff that goes along with it. I wanted to play. You know, and kids today are no different. Now, there's been a paradigm shift in coin collecting. people's values are being corrected. You know, the gold and silver has been back down from what it was. You got the internet now, and everybody can look up coin values. You got all this competition. Everybody can sell their own coins now. Also, you have the kids, or at least let's say the younger youth, young adults nowadays. They buy coins differently. They're buying online. They're more online, and a lot of dealers are not changing to that to appeal to those kind, like selling on Facebook or, you know, selling on some of the apps that there are, basically like Instagram and different things. You know, that's one of the things that if you don't change with the times, then you are a dinosaur in the coin collecting world, and as a dealer, you'll have trouble making it. You'll have trouble selling coins. And once you realize that, you'll know. I can show you my analytics. There's a large percentage of people from 18 to 25 that look at my videos and visit my website. So I know a little bit differently than some people do. I have a little different of an insight on that. I have a more positive outlook for the hobby. I just know that prices are probably going to come down, and they have been. They're kind of settling out now. But as far as the market's concerned, you know, it's going to have its ups and downs, and that's just the way it works. So I hope maybe this kind of dispelled a few myths. I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of comments, and I welcome the comments. And maybe I'll do another video on this for some other myths people can think of. Maybe we can dispel them. So thanks for watching my latest video. Please like, share, comment, click that little bell, and have a great day.